Hello, it's Trekker Joe, and there's a lot of damage. This is a lot of damage. I want to do a quick post-mortem because I noticed our ships were taking tons and tons of damage. So if you look at this, like, Primogenitor has basically been holed from the last fight, and we lost an entire turret, which that's probably not a very good ordeal to have to go through. So it's going to sit out the next battle. Let's see here. How is this song? Actually, we should pause the game, because if we pause the game, that's going to make it a little easier for us to assess things. The song has some minor hull damage, but no issues with turrets aside from one of the smaller turrets. It's still combat capable. I would be okay with sending this in. Let's see. How's the kobold? Looks like most of the damage has already been repaired. There's a small... Looks like some of the armor has been taken out. There's one hole, but that's like in the torpedo bulge, which isn't a severe enough amount of damage. Main turret seems fine. Top turret seems like it's been almost hollowed. The rear turret's fine. All thrusters intact. Okay. Now let's take a look here. So the javelin. Right side is almost fine. It's lost a little bit of armor. Left side, though, has been pretty ravaged. But thanks to the way it's been built, it's not actually that bad. I did almost lose a lot of smoke. Like, that would have been pretty bad. But the armor did what it needed to do, which was protect the missile hatches. And then we have the Indomitable, which kind of sat out a bit of this fight. So I wouldn't expect too much damage on it. Looks like it lost a little bit... Like, it sustained a little bit of damage to the armoring around the thruster package, but the thruster package seems to be fine. Some minor damage to one of the turrets, which is also fine. And the nose seems to have sustained the most damage of all, with a lot of the deck being stripped clean. But it seems fine. Like, the turrets seem fine as well, aside from some damage to the armor, but thankfully the turrets didn't pop thanks to some feedback that I've gotten. I will never stop talking about that. Anyway, then there is the Artifice, which is somewhere around here. I can't actually see the Artifice. So we're just going to assume the Artifice is fine. So let's pull everything out, let's repair it, and let's resume time, shall we? So let's move the Indomitable here.
Moving now.
We're going to try our best to get an intercept. So Indomitable and Javelin should be fine. What else? Artifice is going to probably sit this one out. It's a cathode and a crossbolt. So I'm probably going to spawn in one other ship, and that'll probably be... Honestly, let's send in the kobold.
Moving now.
We have successfully managed to draw the attention of these Lightning Hood forces, and we're sending a small part of our fleet in order to take care of them. And we're also sending a mud shredder to catch up to them to refuel, because we ran through quite a bit of fuel. But the Indomitable, Javelin, and the Kobold are all really advanced. Advanced? Yeah, I guess they are pretty advanced, but they're mostly efficient, so that's the word I should be using here. So we have the crossbolt, which is actually really small, and then we have the cathode, which is pretty big. Wish me luck. I grossly underestimated what, like, the I grossly miscalculated the size of the ships. Also, look how crazy this is. These lasers are not accurate. And how about that? The cathode actually has defenses, but it's also big and lumbering, so it doesn't actually matter. It's like we should be landing all the hits. They are firing a ton of missiles, but they're probably not going to all land. So the kobold, we are dealing damage. Oh geez, kobold might be going down. Now it looks like the kobold is going to resurface. But no pitch controls. Took out a tachyon. Kobold really needs to do something. These javelins are probably actually draining weapon power away from the tachyon's stuff, so that's kind of important. Anyway, the kobold, I'm going to turn your AI to on so that you don't slam face first. And I'm going to have to hope that you recover somehow. Anyway, this tachyon is... This isn't a tachyon. The cathode is taking severe amounts of damage. It's no longer able to defend against the missiles, which is why they're getting through. But yeah, so gotta remember the cathode counters missiles, so it would have been better if I sent the Primogenitor in, even in that bad state it was in. Because at least one turret would have been better. Anyway, they no longer have proper defenses, so missiles are landing, and since it's gotten to that point, that's actually great.
Gunnery enabled.
Stop moving, Indomitable. Javelin's AI has been almost disabled. Why? We took a hit somewhere, and now the Javelin can't actually move forward. Thankfully, we no longer have to move to win. So now it's just a question of what happened to our kobold. It's not doing amazing. I can't actually... Do I have telekinesis? We didn't manage to damage that. It wasn't firing anyway. Just want to point that out. They're right up against each other anyway. So why isn't the Javelin able to use its AI? I don't know. We did successfully do this. I want to do a test. Since I have a vessel scraping along the floor, let's work. And I'm just going to lift this thing off the seafloor. I don't think it's doing anything. You know, it's not. There's no point to this. It's upside down. It wasn't able to do anything.
Receiving.
Anyway, we should be able to repair everything. Just from the resources we stole.
Receiving.
And
moving now. Moving now.
We'll just grab the salvage. We're ready to take on this other space. I'm going to have the Indomitable gather up as many resources as I can, and then I want it to go back to this peninsula. So we'll just have it perform some salvage.
Moving now. Moving now.
and grab resources at this stage. Now the satellite, I'm going to build a new satellite
Receiving.
by where the Primogenitor is. So I could do a Skywatch, but it costs more. And Star Eye is really cheap. But that's probably a good thing actually. Then we'll just pull all, you're allowed to repair, and we'll just watch this get built in moments. Now we have a watch that,
Listening.
which I'm going to position
Moving
here.
out.
How big is this? Yes. So we should be able to cut out the heart at this stage. Just want to get everything in unique positions here. Anyway, we just transferred a ton of fuel.
Receiving. Receiving.
But it's going to take a bit before... Oh, it is designed to keep a certain amount of its own fuel, so
Moving now.
we're going to have you
Moving now. Moving now.
go all the way back now. We no longer need you. You resupplied a lot of fuel, but it wasn't actually enough. We want to trigger this fleet, and then we want to escape and try to avoid the Quartzstone Fortress. And then I'm going to probably send in something like Just the Song right up against it. And I'm going to try to capture it. So is this actually their sole base of production? Because any other base would have one of these larger symbols. We're just going to wait for it to spawn a force, and then we're going to get in a fight with that force. Okay, so while we were waiting, I was hoping they'd attack before this happened, but I will accept it.
Moving now.
But I'm going to be sending in a mud shredder in the back lines. We're just going to wait until it leaves the range, until it's only keep 20% of its fuel, because it does need a small percentage of it. Also, I never actually did the Primogenitor, and that is a big mistake. I'm going to do that while I wait. So where are they sending against us? Sea Raptor, Tachyon, and what looks like is possibly going to be a dagger. Actually, if I zoom out, it should say, yeah, a dagger. Okay, here it is, the penultimate battle before we go into the Eye of the Storm. We just barely avoided being blockaded there. So, yeah. I'm actually going to grab everyone and send them all the way back. Okay. They don't actually stand much of a chance. Now, even with Indomitable being sidelined to gather resources, it's still, they don't stand much of a chance. Also, we have enough resources to possibly build another Indomitable just from our skirmishing, so let's just fight. Let's just fight. Everything's spawning in the air. That's not what I intended. All my ships are going to sink at first because the PID systems are pretty slow to compensate. Javelin's firing its missiles. A great number of them are actually hitting. Artifice is also getting in some damage. What is the name of this vessel again? It looks almost like... That's Tachyon. Tachyon doesn't seem to have any anti-air. Actually, everything that can be in combat should be in combat, so I should enable that. I'm surprised that I took AI damage that last fight. Also, some missiles have actually been taken down. The dagger is down. So that's just their regular craft. Also, missiles are still going after the Tachyon. The Artifice is also pelting with some shots. Wonder if it's broken again. I want to check something. So it is firing burst lasers, right? Yeah, it's pulsed. It's pulsed. It's doing pretty large amount of pulse damage. We managed to get an AI dead on one of their sea vessels, their only sea vessel. Now it's just a Tachyon being pelted from all sides by lasers and missiles. Looks like the tadpole has been flipped. The Tachyon is still firing, but it looks a little lopsided. All of my little missiles, they seem to have done something to the... Oh, those missiles, that volley of missiles has dealt some kind of significant damage to it. Also, Kobold has lost its primary thing. Also, there's a crack in reality. I just went past it. I just went in the crack. No one's going to remember me. Yep, the Tachyon, its thin shell finally cut through. It's exposed, it's dead, it's 2 damaged. There we go. That should be everything. Now we just gotta do all of our repairs again. We overcommitted to that by quite a margin, so yeah. Anyway, how's this going? Oh my god. There were like 9 shells left in this gun before it ended. Also, the sea is actually a little tumultuous today. So let's just pull everything and repair. I wonder, could I build anything on site? And would it be worth it if I built something on site? I have only one other aircraft, but it's not really worth it. But I want to use a phase nuke against the main base, because I think that would probably be worth it. How about let's just build a phase nuke. So, yeah. So where are you? You're going to be air. And I don't really have... Yeah, Sparrow. I really need to make a vehicle that is just flat up an airplane. Or just a general purpose combat hovercraft, because this is my artillery and it's a little silly. I can actually afford this. I could afford a few of these, but I want the Phase Nuke 3 LR. And we could try to engage this fortress in long range, but we want to pull their forces out. Okay, we're about ready to brave the eye of the storm. Wish me luck. I should actually raise my phase nuke up. Let's hope that it's not too much of a problem. Begin. I am going to try to follow the phase nuke in as it homes in on its target. Like, it's super buggy, but it's going to target one of these craft, and when it does, it's going for the Eclipse, isn't it? It's getting shot at. But I have some smoke protecting it, so It should be fine. We're going in for the eclipse, it appears. No, not the eclipse. Oh, we took a hit. Yeah, it can't disengage, so it's going to blow itself up now. Yeah. Unless it actually... Yep, it self-detonated. Guidance systems were turned offline. Looks like the Primogener really wanted to be where the song was. That's fine. Javelin's still maneuvering. This is a really novel design to me. I kind of want to point this out. Having like two vessels connected by a beam of light blocks, it seems it's kind of cool. I like the orbit for that reason, but like it's aesthetically pleasing, and it looks like a pair of drones that have been like slaved together to act as one. But the problem is that if it takes any hit at all, then it splits in half and then it's dead. So it dies very easily. And you can tell it was made form before function. Anyway, I wonder, can I like... I guess I can't. Now since like the phase nuke detonated itself, I can't actually get resources back, but I assume that means that the enemy can't use it. See, anyway, see, this is what I'm talking about. So it got hit, half of the craft separated, and the other half, despite still technically being functional, is too damaged. Maybe there's a way to do that using like a pair, like docking ports, but there would have to be a clear dominant drone, I think. Actually, you could do all sorts of ridiculous things if you use docking ports, so yeah. Also, performing some repairs to the tadpole, which is staying level in this really tempestuous water. Managed to AI dead a vessel. Actually, I suppose there's no way to actually capture it. I was thinking of stealing it and getting its mainframe. That's going to have to wait. By the way, I'm going to have to upgrade the storage of the mainframes by a significant margin. Too damaged. One of these is going to die. Come on. I don't know which vessel, if it's going to be this mantis-like vessel or not. How bad is this? Yeah, now this one's AI dead. I can actually steal this one, I think. Yeah, I can actually jump on there. I am going to do it. I'm going to do it. And we'll just see. No, there's no way. Wishful thinking on my part. Actually, if I turn around, there's a chance that I might... Nope, it's too damaged. Yep, there's no way I'm getting to that in time either. Anyway, as the sun sets... As the sun sets, we take out the last ship, the Sea Raptor. It put up a pretty valiant fight. Well, no, it actually just kind of went off to the side and stayed there. Anyway, now we're finally ready to take on the Lightning Hood Fortress. Okay, I have made it. This is where I'm going to be standing. I'm going to spawn in the song and 3 phase nukes. This is going to be my one fight. And this is going to be how I finish this. Time to cut out the heart of the Tempest. Here we go. So I'm going to be patient here. Yep. Bunch of phase nukes are coming in at once. Here they go. They're pretty much guaranteed to pen, so that one phase nukes have gone off. I'm going to start moving in to try to take it. The song is doing plenty of damage to it. If you can take out the AI, I'd be happy. Actually, I'm going to turn all the AIs off. Because I no longer hear the lasers. I might be able to sneak in somewhere. I might have been overzealous. Oh my god. I took it out though, and it was a lie. Oh, looks like AI related stuff. There's the AI. Really? It's that easy to get? So all this time, I should have just been going up into this tower. I would appreciate it if you clipped me into a wall. Come on, hazardous. I'm actually... That's like one of the few times where I actually want that to happen. So how am I going to get here? Maybe I could use a hover bike. I hadn't gotten to use the hover bike. We're close enough, I think. There goes those. Now I just need to find a way to... Now that we have those out of the way, I can actually build something. So let's build something that I can ride to get in there. And I think the best thing I can do, it's actually a prototype. But where is it? Let's use our hover bike. Oh. Maybe we should take out this. Oh geez. That's actually annoying. But we can deal with that. let's just take out their vessel there.
Gunnery enabled. Gunnery enabled. Gunnery enabled. Gunnery enabled.
So we're just going to have it take out this aircraft, this vehicle. I don't need to worry about that.
Turning off. Turning off. Turning off.
That's a little annoying. I just saw this. Under new management, corporate mergers have come in many forms. This one happens to be a hostile takeover. The Lightning Huns, under the guidance of the 13 sages, have decided it would be better for them to serve under you than be eradicated. Always looking for the best angle to keep themselves above water, they have lashed themselves upon a shooting star. Okay. That means, yep, it's a really hideous shade. It's really garish. It's a really garish shade of pink. So we're just going to... we're still moving. I did not tell it to stop. You stopped. Good, good. Now, I could actually figure out my end of battle thing solutions. Battle ends options. I'll lose the fortress because it is blockaded. Not worth it. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll take out one of these craft. The issue is that any shot that might hit is being shot down because of the Beluga Elite. But if I'm careful, I should be able to guarantee that I actually salvage everything. Come on. I am actually landing hits. So it's not out of the question. Yeah, this Beluga Elite's about to go down. And after we take this out, there we go. Do plenty of damage. Come on. Now we just have to wait one more attack run. It can hardly move though. I think we've done it. So we finally took this out. And as a result, we finally won. That was actually painful. So, we managed to take out the Lightning Hoods. Not only that, but we now have their base. I am going to figure out how many mainframes are on this thing, which means possibly rebuilding it or just, I don't know, looking it up. And then I'm going to add those mainframes to the mainframes that I have on the base. Also, that's actually kind of cool. I didn't notice that before, but a lot of places have what look like to be crystals coming out, like in shards. Ah! Yeah, that's really cool. Anyway, so now that we've taken this for our own, we shouldn't have to worry about any new attacks, at least for a while. I don't see anything that manufactures anything. So now this resource zone will work for us. And the song will need repairs. But we finally did it. We cut out the heart. We entered the Eye of the Tempest and escaped. So now all I need to worry about is this assault coming from the north. With all of this, I can finally say, see you next time.